Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. How are you? Here we are, day 3 of this magnificent giveaway here in Australia and New Zealand. Now, if you're not from Australia and New Zealand, don't worry. This is still going to be really lovely.
Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. How are you?
You can enjoy some of the beautiful education. Now, I do this for a living, so this is something that I've been doing now for, what are we now? 2014, so 7 years. And I had a bit of a hiatus and needed to see where I was headed with this. And I can say to you, hand on heart, that my passion has authentically and genuinely deepened than I had previous, but with a slightly different emphasis. And you'll see that with the way that I speak and the different things that I'm doing. So hello, hello. And if you're here, if you wouldn't mind just saying good day in the chat. Now, for some reason, chat doesn't work straight away. I might just see if I can activate something here and see if little angels come up and see if you're able to say good day. So thank you for joining me. So cool to see you here. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And you can also share this. So if you're talking about ascension symptoms with friends, or maybe you're already involved with doTERRA and you want to share this with teams, or perhaps you're thinking about supporting your grandmother or cousin or sister-in-law and you're thinking, wow, this could be a really good idea. Stacey, hello. And yes, chat works, so that's good. All right, so we're going to get into this, and it's really special because, you know, I'm very much into how we're feeling and where we're journeying, and what's going on in the world energetically, how we're being drawn into certain play, and also what's going on at a biblical level. Hi, Simone. Glad that you were able to see me. Yeah, it's cool. So today doTERRA is offering in their buy one, get one free 2 essential oils that happen to be my favorite, and a hand sanitizer. And I was talking about the hand sanitizer yesterday, and I love how they grouped this together. So I'm going to talk about the 3, and I even have a little video ready to go. So I'm just getting straight to the point, and I'll try and come out of this as quickly as I possibly can. So effectively, in doTERRA, we have a week of giveaways, and in Australia, New Zealand, it's this week, and they do this twice a year, and it's an amazing way to start a collection, or to extend what you already have, and it's much cheaper to do it. Like it's a no-brainer. If you're going to buy one oil, you're going to get 2 or 3 more products behind it. It's awesome. So today's beautiful offer comes to us courtesy of doTERRA, and I'm going to see if I can share the screen. Go here. There's so many tabs open. It's not funny. Here we go. So this is the beautiful Douglas fir. It's a 5 ml essential oil. If you can see my little face in the screen there. Okay, whoops. 5 mils. So it's little, and it's a conifer that grows natively through North America. This oil is incredibly special to me, and I'm going to tell you why. So it's an evergreen. It's a big tree. All trees are really good for the respiratory issues that you might be experiencing. It supports that and helps us move in a much more, I have to be careful what I say. So if you're feeling under the weather and you're coughing like crazy, this could be a solution for you. In fact, I know that it is. And it's a tree that is used in the Christmas tree industry. So typically when you see all the beautiful lush trees on the movies, it's a Douglas fir that's been used. And this one is obtained in a way that is very environmentally friendly from New Zealand. Now, this oil is extremely special because I actually had an opportunity to go and harvest these oils in New Zealand in 2014. 2015, and it was 1 year after, to the day, where I had been in New Zealand at the same place, and God had come through and said to me, you will be walking with others, sharing the gifts of essential oils. It's a really long story, but effectively he showed me that I would be working and walking with people. At thousands, he said, thousands will be coming to your door. And I was like, what? And that's literally what's happened. We have a team of around 6,000. And over the course of 7 years, this has actually happened. It was Douglas Fir that I had the opportunity to go on to a sourcing trip, which doTERRA offer those who have been working really hard. We've just gone to a level called platinum, which might not mean anything to you, but it was a real honor. And we actually got to see how these are harvested, how it's distilled, and why it's so important. So doTERRA is actually helping combat the issues with the environmental, let me just stop this, with the environmental concerns that this tree holds. I have a video and I'm going to play this for you, and they can say it so much more clearly than I can. Let me find the video. All right, go back to the share screen. I have to talk my way through it because otherwise I get easily confused. And we're going to go to the video. One sec. Here it is. Okay, hopefully you can see that.
We have a really unique problem here in New Zealand. We have an introduced conifer species. They're starting to take over our natural landscape at an alarming rate.
Douglas fir is actually a beautiful tree. The canopy is amazing, but the real problem exists from underneath the tree.
Creates a monoculture landscape underneath where nothing else can grow that's native to New Zealand. It's kind of like a tree desert. It's void of life.
This species was originally introduced because of the need in the lumber industry. When species are introduced that are invasive and that are aggressive, like Douglas fir is in this environment, all activity in an environmental fashion stops, other than just the Douglas fir trees themselves.
Because we have this beautiful tussock landscape, it's like a perfect nursery ground for any tree seedlings.
The Douglas fir tree grows 25 times faster in New Zealand than it does in North America.
So here we are in a wilding infestation zone. Here we have some wilding trees that are just rolling down the hill like a giant tsunami. Converting these trees into essential oil is a real opportunity to provide a more environmental solution. And we're really excited about the relationship opportunities with doTERRA to make that happen.
These trees would otherwise be waste or byproduct and not used, but we are able to make productive use of an otherwise invasive species or a pest.
Working with the government there, they think this is an incredible solution to solving a very difficult environmental problem that is hard to comprehend here in the States because they just don't grow here like they do out there.
One of the exciting things about this oil is that we're harvesting the trees at an age of only 5 to 7 or 8 years old, because it stops the tree getting to an age where it produces cones, which then exacerbates the problem. With that though, we've got an exciting opportunity because that young, fresh needle and branch material creates a beautiful, refreshing oil.
We have a more rich aroma, deeper, more penetrating, and it's because the chemistry is different because of the young harvesting of the trees.
The aroma is absolutely amazing and so different from what we have with other conifers.
With this Douglas fir essential oil, we're able to partner it with the co-impact sourcing initiative, where we're not only able to focus on the socially responsible objectives but in this case, the environmental responsibility objectives of co-impact sourcing.
We're reducing the problem, we're having a great ecological impact, and we get this beautiful essential oil.
How cool is that? I really love that. Now I've just got to go and find the tab that I had opened so that I don't have it playing still. It's a gorgeous, that's exactly what I didn't want to have.
We found that
Hang
in
on a
South
second.
Brazil had the perfect climates for citrus growth.
There we go.
The ideal place for
Well,
growing high quality.
This one is around wild orange, which you get free when you join with me. So I'll share that another time, and I'll just reduce that down so that we've got some space to speak. So this is the beautiful Douglas Fir Essential Oil. It is absolutely one of my all-time favorites. Now, because it's a, you just saw the video, so because it's a tree, it's really good for grief. All trees are amazing. They uplift and they support us on an emotional level. They're very grounding. Okay, they've got those deep roots that go deep beneath the earth, and energetically, these properties are absolutely amazing. This tree has been harvested with respect and care, so it's not something that's just ripped out of the earth and there's no regard given for that, not at all. And as you can see, Douglas Fir has a blessing from the entire community because this actually solves a problem. I was lucky enough to be part of that co-impact sourcing. I went up on that ridge. I actually dug up the tree that you see that is known as, we call it the tree tsunami that's occurred in, and it's because it's an introduced species, so it's an absolutely beautiful oil. In addition to that, you also are going to get, when you purchase Clarify, and I'll leave Clarify for the end because there's a little bit about that. You also are going to get this stunning hand sanitizer. So I was talking to you about the hand sanitizer yesterday, and this is something I'm really passionate about. I will not use commercial hand sanitizer over my dead body. Why? Because of the chemical shitstorm that's in, full stop. Nobody's asking. I couldn't believe it when they rolled out all the hand sanitizers. I'm like, oh, here we go. It's almost like cycle within cycle. This was me when I was young, with a young mum with my little children, and I was all over hand sanitizers and I couldn't bear the smell. I also found that it made me feel really nauseous. I didn't know why. And I eventually did some Googling on what the chemical compound was, and oh my God, horrible stuff. The triclorazane, you want to look it up, is a nightmare chemical. It impacts every aspect of your body, but it enters through the endocrine system, through your hands, okay? Now, I've known of people that have seen people abusing hand sanitizer because of the alcohol. Can you believe it? Because of the alcohol content in it. And it's just really revolting. So you can make your own with some aloe vera and other things, which is probably the better idea. But why make your own when it's all handed in here? When the whole health crisis rolled out globally, we ran out of the hand sanitizer initially because all of us in doTERRA know how valuable these are. They work. And whenever I travel, I just give it a bit of a squirt. It's alcohol free, or I think it's an agave syrup that they use. And it smells amazing because it's full of the On Guard, which is something that they gave away the other day. So loving this product, and it's very effective with warding off any environmental threats. What is really good is when I'm traveling by plane, and of course it's a bit mucky, it's nice to spray the area and wipe it down with a tissue. I love that. Awesome. And it's also very good for helping your hands not feel like they're going to dry out, because it's such a beautiful extract that's used. It's a natural apple extract that actually uses the active ingredient here. Can you imagine what it's like not to have chemicals on your body? And if you're looking to move towards these beautiful ascension symptoms and help elevate and raise your vibration, you don't put hand sanitizer, commercial grade, all over you. So this has the On Guard blend in it, the wild orange, the clove, the cinnamon. At an emotional level, it's about joy. Clove is about boundaries. Cinnamon is about your purity and coming back to balance. A eucalyptus, the oil of wellness, and you can smell it in it. It's really beautiful. And then rosemary. Rosemary is about cognition and thinking clearly and seeing the truth for what it really is. It's an amazing thing. And that these two, I'll just stop the share. These two are being gifted to us, which is worth around $26, around $30 free in Australia and New Zealand, sorry folks, when you purchase the bottle of Clarify. So Clarify is a formulation that was only made for Australia and New Zealand around 2 years ago, when our aromatherapist sourcing specialist came on board. I think she had a hand in this. Now, Clarify is stunning, and this is I keep saying this is my favorite oil. I love them all. I fell in love with this blend as I moved here. I moved from a great big 5-bedroom home, it was massive, to my apartment, and there was a lot of grieving that went on. I didn't want to grieve. I was actually really happy that I was out, but it was kind of like relief. And then there was a lot going on with the truth and everything else. This is a really special oil. So I want to talk about this one with you. Let me just share the screen again. It's the blend itself that really lends itself to something rather magnificent. And not enough can be said about this blend in my book. I developed a really beautiful relationship with it, as I said, when I moved out in July last year. And they've said here it's refreshing aroma. Good. It's not very helpful, is it? It has Litsea in it. So Litsea is an oil that is an activator or a catalyzer. It's actually very motivating. At an emotional level, you want to meet your emotions where they're at and then catalyze anything that you no longer need out of your arena, essentially. Okay, so this is an oil that activates, meets you emotionally, and helps you dissolve this actively and inspires you to move forward. If you're stuck in grief, you either haven't dealt with it yet or you haven't acknowledged that it's there. And grief happens in its own time. It's not a judgment. Grief is on God's time. You can be grieving for years. But what you may not understand is you can actually die from a broken heart. My great-grandmother, I should say, died of a broken heart. It is incredibly oppressive on the heart space. And to help yourself, we have things like tangerine and grapefruit. Tangerine and grapefruit essential oil, which is in this, are all about the upliftment and about joy and coming back to accepting ourselves for who we really are. Then there's frankincense in this. So frankincense is the oil of truth, a really stunning essential oil, and also cardamom. Cardamom was used in, still is in the Middle East as a flavoring and a spice, but what it does is it soothes the broken heart. And I was, I didn't even know as much as I'm sharing now. I reached for this oil, and whatever oil you go for, it's always the right one. This Clarify actually helped diffuse a lot of grief that I was feeling in the home. The pets were also in a really weird mood, ended up using it on the rug where accidents had occurred, completely neutralized all of the odors. It is an absolutely beautiful oil, and you can use it for bench tops, and you can use it for cleaning surfaces. It leaves it behind really beautiful smell. You can use it as a toilet spray, a couple of drops into a glass or a stainless steel container, and then you've got a non-chemical. This is the thing, right? If you want to move in your ascension process, you want to feel lighter and leave behind everything that no longer serves you. A commitment to a conscious life is very much overhauling your lifestyle is very much what's required. Ascension symptoms don't have to be this big deal. I'm seeing them thrown about. And I guess what I'm doing is I'm catching that ball and I'm sharing it and saying, okay, guys, this doesn't have to be this negative thing. The fact that there's so much negative story around moving in this ascension process towards this fifth dimension we should be celebrating, we should be rejoicing, but instead we're going, oh no, these symptoms are bad. Yes, you'll feel an adjustment, and I'm going to go into that in depth later on in the week, but you will feel an adjustment. But if you're going to tell yourself the story that, oh no, this is bad, you're going to imprint that reality over you. This is sort of how the mind can trick us and get us in all kinds of tangles. Clarify, absolutely love it. So it's how much is the blend? Clarify, only available in Australia and New Zealand, so I'm really sorry if you are looking for that. Now, where is it on the list? I will go to my email, which will be much more gooder. Let's go there and see what my email has to say about the cost. So you purchase this essential oil, and let me go. This one is $58. Okay, if you were to buy it retail, all right. And when you purchase the $58 blend, okay, you're going to get the other two free. Where did they're there? You're going to get around $49 worth of product free. So it's very, very generous to end up with these three. But maybe you want to look at, if you're going to go to that kind of expense, you may wish to look at joining with a starter kit. If that's something you would love, all you need to do is email me, find the details on how to get me below. Share this email with family, or the YouTube, I should say, with family and friends. And many of you will have got an email with me outlining some of the beautiful things about these offers. And I am sure that you are absolutely going to love these products. They are divine. I've been using them now for a really long time, and they have been an absolute gift to me. I'm so blessed and so grateful for these incredibly beautiful gifts of the earth. We are so, so lucky. And as a result, we get to bring these to you. We get to enjoy these stunning essential oils. We get to journey this with you, and we love it. Douglas Fir is amazing, says Leslie. Love them. Robert, hello. Glad that you love it. I would love, so I have something special today while you're watching, and I would sincerely love to gift an essential oil to anyone. So if you would like a Douglas Fir, I would love you to write in the comments. I'll draw this tomorrow at the same time tomorrow. If you would like a bottle of Douglas Fir, comment below in less than 20 words what you love about the idea behind this bottle. You can be with doTERRA or not with doTERRA. That actually doesn't really matter to me, but I would love to gift this beautiful Douglas Fir. This was the oil that started my journey. This is where it was a beautiful reward, and it was where I had a very clear vision that I was going to be helping thousands of people, and I did that. It was amazing. All right, so in the comments, 20 words or less, what you love, having learned what you just learned today, what you love about this oil. Pop it in the comments. The best one will be chosen as a winner, and I'll announce this tomorrow. So much love. I hope that was nice and cool. It was. I got it under 40 minutes, so not too bad. I hope that you enjoy the rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. All the best. Bye-bye.